and a 11-point come-from-behind victory on the road against North Alabama, now 3-1 on the year and currently ranked number 22 in the polls. Coach, very impressive win on Saturday. Faced some adversity there, but you fought it well.
No, we did. And let me go back to that. Not in all the polls.
That is true.
You got to give me something to be get after the players about today when we get in meetings. But no, that's we're still always fighting for respect and an opportunity to get some national recognition. But no, good win, and it unfolded several different ways. What I mean by that is that you go down the first drive and you take the lead and 9 plays and it looks like it's supposed to look. Then you turn the ball over. They get a score. Should have got a punt blocked. That could have certainly changed the game. Good play by Aiden there. He kind of sputter a little bit, and to give them credit, they made several plays, and so now you're down 21-10 at halftime. Necessarily didn't ever, kids didn't panic. The coaches didn't panic. You got the whole second half, but obviously, that third quarter is important to kind of, get back in the game, get it a little closer, and did that. Hats off to our defense. They missed a field goal, so no points in the second half, and offensive. I felt like we were moving the ball, just didn't throw and catch as good as we needed to, and I think the game could have got really separated a lot better if we would have done that. But good job by our kids. Even on the road, guys, we already talk about, hey, we're down. We're down 7-0 already going into a game like that. And in the back of my mind, I was like, I wonder if they're thinking at 17, we're down 17 at the half instead of 10, because you didn't want panic, you want confidence. But that was a good football team. I told y'all last week that was going to be on tape. They had played very well. So good for us, and proud of the kids. And now you get to conference.
I want to go back to Aiden's punt there, and gets it, and then he's got 5 guys rushing at him in purple uniforms, dodges all of them. What was going through your mind when he gets that punt and starts to run?
Well, first thing went through my mind was it's blocked. Okay, we busted assignment. We didn't block the right guys, and they made a bad play. He made a good play, and their punt block team made a bad play. But no, it was good. I don't know if I've ever seen Aiden run. I mean, he's athletic. Right, but you never ask your kicker to run. He wasn't here that long in the summer, for workouts and things. So
you don't work on that, obviously.
Yeah. 5 guys are coming right at you, and I think they were so surprised how easy they got through there. We didn't block them, but no, that was a big play, and that was a lucky play. I mean, it was, and you can't live like that. And there was another one where they had a trick play called, and we didn't recognize it, and we had a certain blitz to where. That unbalanced line tight end was going to run wide open, and then they had a penalty on the play, procedure penalty, and and that's probably a play they probably practiced 40 times this week, and but then you get in the game situation, the quarterback rushed it, and penalty got them. So we were fortunate on a couple things, but that's sometimes you need that, as well as some other execution. Can't just win it all on luck, don't get me wrong, but sometimes you need some things to go your way.
Head coach of the UT Martin football team, Jason Simpson, still with us as the Skyhawks back at home this weekend in a big matchup against the Tennessee State team that just defeated Gardner-Webb a few weeks ago. They're coming off their bye week, and it's going to be important because, of course, this is conference play, first game of the year for UT Martin in this new Big South OVC association, but they face a familiar opponent in Tennessee State, Coach, and this is a team that just, again, beat Gardner-Webb, a very good football team, preseason number 2 in our conference, and they certainly have got some steam right now here in the early goings.
No, you're right. They've won 2 in a row. They opened up with Notre Dame, so like we did with Georgia. They won two in a row, and they're coming off an open week. Okay, so that's not good for us. So luckily we're at home. Okay, and as you said, it's conference season. All right, we got 6 conference games, and we kind of know who we are now, know the things we need to improve on, and kind of know what players can do certain things after 4 games. So now let's go compete.
And the running game has been incredible here throughout this season with Sam and the offensive line. How do you all carry that into the rest of the season and prepare for these teams that certainly are going to load the box, and Kincaid can throw the ball. We all know that. But offensively, as you go into it with your running back being one of the best in the country, how do you keep that up and continue to keep defenses on their toes with your running style?
Yeah. That's kind of the question that you have to ask yourself, every week from the standpoint. When you watch us on tape, our receivers are talented. They can go. And they're fast. And we just, you take it's a little bit misleading. What I mean by that is you take the Missouri State game to where, you just hand the ball off, and some big plays, were made. I was a little disappointed in our we need the pass game needs to be better this past week. We missed some open guys. We had some open guys open, and he can make those throws. And so kind of got out of rhythm there a little bit after he missed a throw or two. But we've got to be more balanced. And now I'll give Kincaid credit for this. When you play, you say, well, teams are going to just play you man free, right? 6 guys in the box, and you're playing with a tight end, so there's a 7th hat and stuff. But you still have to account for Kincaid in the run game, all right? And so therefore you get your numbers back, okay? So he's done a good job with that as far as it's really been the teams that have given us a hard time, in the run game is when they they're half and half defenders, or half pass, half run, so they're kind of folding in there. That's when you got to take a little bit more advantage in your drop back game and in your RPO game and stuff. But no, we know we've run the ball well. Sam's been outstanding. The offensive line has done a really good job. But we've got to pass protect better. We've got to throw and catch better. I've got to call more timely and better plays for him. I mean, everybody's got to take some responsibility for it. But you're right. That's the goal, to where but it's not like I was looking back at 2021, when Keon was our quarterback, and we were running team, but Tank was injured and Colton Dow was injured, and we were kind of playing whichever receivers were the best blockers. Okay, I mean, I know that sounds funny, all right, and that's how that team was built after some injuries. Well, we've got more depth at receiver this year. I'm very pleased with the talent that we've recruited there, so we've got to get them more involved. And you can't just always rely on Sam to have a big run and come out of one, even though he's done it up to this point. Okay, we need some chunk plays to flip the field and take a little pressure off the run game.
His question, I was thinking about. I spent a lot of time talking to you over the years, but not only are you scouting the other team, but on a deeper level, you're thinking about how they're scouting you. Yeah. Which is key, because you always want to keep them on their heels.
Right. Well, I mean, it's the deal too. We were talking to the staff this morning. I mean, defensively, okay, right now we can run the ball, we can stop the run. We've done a good job with that. All right, but when you do that, you're committed to the run, but we're still giving up 311 yards a game passing. Okay, which that needs to come down. Obviously, how do you get it to 250? All right, and then hold people for less than 100 yards rushing. Okay, to me, that's pretty good defense in this day and time. So there's always things that you can do better. How do you practice it better? How do you teach it to the players better? But like I told the staff today, we're about winning the game. Okay, what I mean by that is me as the head coach, being the offensive coordinator. If against the Tennessee State in the Tennessee State game last year, we were really good on defense and are really solid on defense, and they were having trouble moving the football. Okay, you see that and you say, hey, let's don't put our defense at risk. Let's call this game conservatively. We've already got a 20-7 lead. Not going to give an out, and we got an NFL quarterback. Okay, but that's how stats don't mean a whole lot. I look at them on Mondays, and that's the last time we look at them. Okay, it's ultimately about winning the game and doing things necessary. Yeah, you like to have a bunch of, like the Houston Christian game. Yeah, that those games are fun. But you know what? Sometimes you live off those for several weeks. Besides that, you just kind of do what you got to do to win the game, and we'll continue to do that.
If I quit this season, I still be the greatest.
Skyhawk Sports Talk Podcast is brought to you by Weekly Ford Nissan.